So I'm a little bit annoyed about something. I actually just learned about this. The channel CRS Firearms, I guess this happened about a year ago. Um, Promoted something that when I first saw it, I said, hey, this is a little skeptical. Or I'm a little skeptical of this. Same reason why I don't get like a binary trigger installed in my big scary AR-15, guys. You see this? See this? The big scary AR-15? The one that everybody's afraid of? Ooh, the big scary AR-15. So scary. I mean, I've never shot anything but paper with it, but it's scary and stuff or whatever, right? Those are the ones that you're being manipulated to be afraid of. First off, and just right here into the front, right next to me. I mean, I have this, right? And over there's 7 more. And behind me, there's another 15 in that closet. All things that fire big bullets. Big scary hunks of metal, right? And I have never shot anybody, never killed anybody. I've had to draw it once. But I've never hurt anybody, right? And most of us never have. But let me explain something to you. This guy was imprisoned for 5 years for promoting an item that when I first saw it, like I said, I didn't want to get anywhere near it, but I won't get anywhere near a binary trigger either, even though those are completely legal. Essentially what it is, what he's in prison for is a little metal card that had a lightning link etched on it, right? Now, what is a lightning link? That is something that you can install into an AR-15 and convert it into a fully automatic weapon, right? Now, granted, yes, fully automatic weapons are illegal to own, unless you have, I think it's like a Class 7 FFL license, and they're really, really expensive to buy. Like, I know somebody that has those. I know someone right down the street that I could call right now and go shooting his M4, the fully automatic version of what I have over there. Keep in mind, this little lightning link was just etched onto the card, right? The ATF spent 45 minutes and used 3 cards to try to make one work, and they did convert one into an automatic weapon, but it jammed and all that stuff. And this was just something that was like a novelty, right? And how did they get away with that? They said that the metal card itself is a machine gun. First off, I've had in-depth conversations with a battle buddy of mine from when I was in the Army. "99% of us never used the fully automatic capabilities anyway. I know I didn't. I think there was probably like 3 or 4 times where I ever had it on either fully automatic or 3-round burst. And let me tell you something. Do you know what's more lethal than having it on fully automatic? Being a good shot. And your ability to bump fire. I'd rather have a semi-automatic weapon, right? If I'm going into battle or fighting somebody, I would rather have a semi-automatic weapon that I could bump fire quickly. This Springfield XDM 40 caliber can bump fire pretty quickly. The reason why, just so y'all know, reason why I'm not doing it, well, it's not really chambered. Now there's one chambered. You can see loaded chamber indicator on the top, loaded shaded indicator in the back. But you know what's important to realize about that thing? It doesn't go bang unless I pull the trigger, right? So you can give me any kind of weapon you want to. Right? I could go get my buddy's M4 right now. Obviously, he would be with me when I did it, you know, whatever. But I could go get it right now. It's not the weapon. It's the person. Do I want to hurt anybody? Fuck no, man. I don't. Do I want people to be hurt? No. Do I want to be the good guy in a situation if something ever happens? Yeah. Absolutely. So if this government really gave a flying fuck about you, if they gave any fucks about you and the rest of the civilians, like me and many other people, they would address the actual problem of mental health. You see this? The reason why I chambered around. The reason why I chambered around. See it. See it. It's not doing anything. I'm going to explain to you exactly how these things work. And just for the people out there who will say I'm not being safe or whatever, you can see nothing in there. Alright, I'm going to drop the slide. Do you know when this thing does something? When you do that. Otherwise, this just sits there. It's metal and polymer. And then you go. And that's when it does something. Do you understand? There's no finger on the trigger. Is that trigger pulling itself? Nope. Nope. It's still standing there or sitting there. Boom, boom. The difference is, guys, it's not the tool. And so, yeah, we should be able to own fully automatic weapons, right? And I'd be cool with going back through background checks and all that, although that is unconstitutional also. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, right? Now, when you talk about the well-regulated militia and all that, in context, the militia was meant to be the people, okay? Did we have a standing army back then? Not really. I mean, yes. But that's not who the militiamen were. The militiamen were you and I. Okay? Not only were these given to American citizens, because we used, very basic versions of these to free ourselves. Kind of funny that I'm making this video on the 4th of July, which is American Independence Day. But they were not, this is just not meant for military and police carry. It's funny I say that because right next to me, literally right next to me, is my M&P. Right there. Literally right next to me, dude. That's actually kind of funny. My boss was just texting me. So these were not meant for only military and police, but they were meant for you. They were meant for me. They were meant for American citizens to protect themselves against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Whether that be a terrorist or a person just out there willing to do you harm, or a tyrannical government. They were meant for the people to protect themselves. So why are we letting the military and government carry weapons that we can't? That's unconstitutional anyway. It goes against what the Constitution was meant for it to mean for us. But in this day, at the moment, right now, no, we can't have machine guns. But how can you classify? Sorry, I'm not feeling well. A metal card to be a machine gun. Especially when this person contacted his local ATF and asked them if it was okay, and they said yes. And then they arrested him. And you're like, oh, but they lied. Well, it's actually been deemed not against the law for law enforcement to lie to you. Remember this. And I love and respect law enforcement for the job that they do, especially at the local level, like your local police departments, sheriff's departments, stuff like that. I respect their job. I respect what they do. But their job is not to protect you. It's to enforce the law. It doesn't say people protectors or people rights enforcement. It says law enforcement. Their job isn't to protect you. Their job is not to be honest to you. It's to uphold the law, and that is it. Later.